Hi, welcome to this video today, which is on the 12th of July. It's Monday. We'll just be looking at how to trade big Forex fundamentals today to generate really good risk to reward trades. And we're going to cover one of our favorites today, which is a lesser looked at pair, but you've probably got it on your trading platform. It's USD ZAR. Now, in terms of when I say trading big fundamentals, I mean those really big fundamentals that are unlikely to turn around quickly. They're the ones that drive the big trends on the chart. So you see very often trends that can last for many weeks, months, or even longer. Okay. Now, in terms of a lot of traders, they think doing fundamental analysis is complicated. It is not. Okay. It could be relatively easy, which hopefully I'm going to demonstrate to you in a moment. Now, if you do trade big fundamentals, you can basically spend very little time on your trade. You don't need to be constantly watching price and get really skewed risk to reward in your favor. Now, in terms of USD ZAR, I think it's an excellent trade setup. So what we're going to do is we are going to go and take a look at the logic of the trade, not just the fundamentals, but also the key technical levels if you want to take advantage of the opportunity as we see it. So what we're going to do now is go over to the charts, but just before we do so, please do keep in mind it is my view as of right now. It can of course change in line with market conditions and action. If you want all our trading techniques, our daily technical sentiment analysis of 14 FX pairs, all you need to do, click on the link beneath this video and you can get live access to our member center. You can also join our Facebook community, our group of traders, follow us on Facebook and check out our recommended regulated broker. Right, let's go and take a look at the trade setup. Right, just before we go to the charts, I just want to show you this very simple picture. Now, in terms of the ZAR, South African Rand, it is an emerging market currency and it has been very strong in recent months. One of the reasons why, probably seen it in the media, is due to central banks printing money, doing stimulus. So this simple sketch shows how stimulus kind of works. Okay, so you flow from US Treasury safe to higher yield fixed income, then to large cap equity, then small cap equity, and then the riskiest is emerging markets. Okay, so when you've got stimulus coming in the system, you'll very often end up in emerging markets where you can get good returns. You have the Rand has got good interest rate on it. Then you've got South African bonds and equities, okay, all yielding good returns. Okay, this is in risk on when you've got a lot of stimulus, but when stimulus is cut, money flows back the other way, and obviously the US dollar rises. This is just generally for emerging markets. There's other emerging market currencies, of course, let's say Mexican peso, Russian ruble, Turkish lira. They are seen as risky markets. They benefit from stimulus. Stimulus, when it starts to end or gets cut, goes back the other way. And we already know that the Fed are considering cutting back stimulus. Okay, this is all over the media. So this big fundamental that has supported ZAR strength is now going away. And there's a few other big fundamentals that are going away, which means we should see, in our view, a big fall in the Rand after its recent big rise. Right, let's go and take a look at the chart. All right, just before we go and look at the daily chart, just put up the monthly chart first of all, give us the big picture. Now, in terms of this chart, what we can see is you see these big blues coming up here. So when the coronavirus really started to impact on the financial system globally, what did the Fed do? They do massive QE and stimulus, and they push the USD into a major downtrend. But look at that blue. We've got a bottom just above this big support level. Like I said a moment ago, stimulus will inevitably be cut back. Okay, so we've already got a blue. There's some other big fundamentals that will come in to support the dollar, and we think we could see a major move to the upside to get to this ultimate target. It's 15% in terms of a potential gain with no leverage at all. And when you see the daily chart, the risk is relatively small. Okay, emerging markets or emerging market currencies are always good to trade because they tend to be very volatile. So they move quickly. So you don't need a big position to make really good gains out of a trade like this. Hopefully it'll come to fruition. Right, let's go to the daily chart. Dry levels of entry, stop and target. Look at another couple of big fundamentals which I think will support the USD. All right, we're on the daily chart of USD ZAR. Now, in terms of this pair, we have featured it in our weekly forecasts and in an individual video as well a few weeks back. We've been bullish since we made this turn here. But this is far more strength to come. Okay, we're a bit early coming in with our trade, but yeah, where we are now, you get really good risk to reward entry. I'll do that in a moment with the stop, but also the targets in between the level you see on that monthly chart, which was 16. Now, in terms of bullish USD fundamentals, if you looked at commodity prices, they are effectively a bubble. Speculators are heavily long, one of the biggest long positions in history. Commodities have been on a massive move the upside. You've seen a little bit of weakness, but not much. If commodities turn down, South Africa is a commodity producing nation. Okay, so that would be an additional bearish factor for the rand. But despite commodities being strong, the USD has made a nice move to the upside. It's going sideways at the moment. Now, obviously, we're talking about the Fed cutting stimulus. That could create a general equity sell-off. Okay, if we get an equity sell-off, it means risk off, USD safe haven. The USD will gain. So that would be an additional factor that could come into play. Also, if we look at speculators, they're heavily short the USD against the rand. You can just use a simple sentiment indicator like the COT net traders positions, which we feature frequently in our videos. Okay, I'll talk about best sources for big fundamental information in a moment, but I have not done anything really complicated at all. Now, in terms of this trade, we break up here, break the 20-day moving average. If we're looking for a big trend, okay, to develop, we want to see that 20-day moving average provide support. Okay, so I need to change this line to a black one. Just bear with me. It should change in a second. There we go. So right, so what we do is a big move up. 20-day moving average is providing support after a bit of a sell-off into it there, rallied from it. The level to come in at is here. So you want to come through 1450. It looks like we're going to try to build up to take out the level. We've just come back a bit today, but it is a nice blue. Okay, what about support? Well, we're looking for the 20-day to hold, so we can go just there. That's my line, sorry. So looking for the breakout, stop initially behind here. Where should we target? Well, we're looking for 16, but in the shorter term, you've got 1550 as a resistance level. So if we come through here, move strongly, you can bring the stop up. So you probably bring the stop up to there on a strong breakout. Okay, you can actually follow this pair in our member center. It is in the guest pair section of the site. Okay, we'll update our views each day, so you can see it looks really attractive. Obviously, if we break down and we break the 20-day moving average, we would reconsider our view. Okay, but at the moment it looks like it's consolidation. We're going to break higher. Nice strong move. Just tuck the stop behind this level, initially behind here. Okay, so it's got a really good risk to reward. That's only halfway to target here. Obviously, the ultimate target is off the top of my computer screen. Okay, if you're in a move when it really starts to gain traction, that's psychologically good, isn't it? Because you're quickly in profit, and you're not going to be distracted by every twist and turn of the market. Regular viewers will know this as well. We'll always run two trades, so if we get a really big move in our favour, we'll take half off, and then basically look to put it back in on a correction. Now, in terms of the best sources for fundamental information, big fundamentals, I've done a video on this, which is called Best Fundamental News Sites, which you can just go and look up. Also, you can use our member centre. We always outline the big fundamentals and sentiment behind the charts. In terms of a sentiment tool, check out the COT Net Traders positions. I've done a full video on it on our channel, which is called COT Net Traders Indicator. So I think in terms of trade setup, this one getting ready to make a big move, and it's going to be a big move. The risk reward very attractive. So yeah, I think it looks good. We'll obviously cover it in our weekly Forex forecast and see how we go. But that is the video for today. Thank you very much for watching it. Take care. Have a good day.